4 times, Caitlin Clark has done something this league almost never sees. One player in WNBA history has done it more often than she has. The first one came less than 2 months into her professional career. No rookie had ever done it, not once in the entire history of the sport. But the first one is not what makes this list. It is that she kept doing it, against better teams, in bigger buildings. 4 nights, 3 seasons. In the order they happened, New York had the best record in the league that summer. They were the team everybody expected to win the championship. They did. Indiana walked in with a rookie point guard and a losing record, 27 seasons of basketball, and no rookie had ever finished a night like this. She did it in July.
And she'll take the first three-pointer and knock it down. Shooter for shooter. 3 for 3, but look out, Alyssa Thomas penetrating. Thornton with a 3 on the way, and the first triple-double for a rookie. Caitlin Clark has it.
The records follow Caitlin Clark like shadows on a sunny day, and this night last season was no exception. She etched her name in the history books yet again, becoming the first rookie to notch a triple-double. It wasn't just another stat line, it was a statement, a performance that truly showcased her all-around brilliance on the court. And trust me, it was special. Let's dive into it. First play of the game, and Caitlin Clark was setting the tone early.
And she'll take the first three-pointer.
The New York Liberty had been warned about her game, but it didn't seem to matter. Just moments after snagging a defensive rebound, she was off to the races.
Last year. Here's Caitlin Clark driving. She's got the first 5 points.
And to complete this little trifecta, Caitlin dished out a perfect assist to Boston, capping off a 7-0 run for the Fever.
Alyssa Boston makes it 7-0.
And the first quarter had so much more to offer, first draining another 3, then whipping a pass so quick the camera barely caught it in time.
3 for 3, but look out, Alyssa Boston, don't blink.
To cap it off, she hit yet another one from deep, leaving everyone in awe.
Caitlin Clark pulls it back, knocks it down.
Anyone watching could tell Caitlin was taking over. But the thought of her breaking a record, that wasn't even on the radar yet. And the hardest part of getting triple-doubles on this team, the assists. It's always a gamble when you're relying on someone else to finish the play. But in the second quarter, her teammates stepped up big time.
Clark looking to challenge Stewart, maybe not. That long wingspan turning her away, but
It was like a domino effect. Caitlin was dishing it out to everyone, and one by one, her teammates delivered.
first lead for the Liberty that didn't last long.
Every pass was crisp, every setup intentional, and they all put in the work to finish the plays. In just a few minutes, she racked up 3 assists in a row, keeping the Fever's momentum alive. But as the scoreline showed, the Fever couldn't hold on to the lead. They found themselves back at square one, standing pretty much even. And by the fourth quarter, they were down by 11. A big part of that, some of Caitlin's setups just weren't being converted.
Ionescu sort of numbers. Her first half has been quiet.
A smoked layup here, a missed jumper there, it all added up. The Fever had gone cold, and now it was up to Caitlin to ignite the comeback.
The runner falls off the glass.
But as far as the record was concerned, around the 8th minute of the 4th, Caitlin found herself just 1 rebound shy. The anticipation in the arena was palpable, and when she finally secured that crucial board, the crowd erupted.
And the first triple-double for a rookie. Caitlin Clark has it.
This gave her the extra energy she needed to turn up the heat. First, she dished out another dime.
Clark trying to wheel and deal. Dantas.
Then, she took matters into her own hands.
Second half. She had 13 in the first half, but has picked up a triple-double here today.
Just like that, she made it a 4-point game with 3 minutes left on the clock, and the Fever were right back in it.
Not an easy shot. I mean, she's fading away. And
This seemed to ignite her teammates as well. First, she found Kelsey Mitchell on the wing,
11th rebound feeding Mitchell for 3.
who drained a clutch 3-pointer, cutting the deficit even further. Then, in the final moments, Caitlin set up Lexi Hull with a perfectly timed pass, leading to a smooth layup.
Oh, penetrating the reverse falls.
The Fever were alive, and the momentum had completely shifted in their favor. This wrapped up a historic night for Caitlin Clark, silencing the doubters once again and delivering a performance that will be remembered for years to come. From her dazzling assists to her clutch scoring, Caitlin showed why she's a generational talent. It wasn't just a game, it was a statement. The league had 8 weeks to decide. The first one was luck. She spent those 8 weeks getting better. Then she landed in Los Angeles. One rookie triple-double had never happened. She was about to have two. Caitlin Clark shut her haters up once again.
She's Rookie of the Month, Player of the Month, back-to-back Player of the Week.
She's collecting awards like kids collect candy on Halloween. But is it all enough to clinch a WNBA playoff spot? Tonight, Caitlin proved why she should be MVP, dropping her 103 of the season, fastest in WNBA history, and, just for good measure, pulling off her second career triple-double, sending the crowd into a frenzy.
It's up, it won't go, Clark pulls it down, and this building knows what that means.
She started the game the way she always does, coming in hot. Right out the gate, Caitlin put her defender on skates, pulled up for a three, and bricked it. But the Sparks had their priorities straight. Don't let Caitlin get in her bag. They blitzed her on the screen, sending the double like she was the one holding the lottery ticket.
Dallas too, and that's an over and back on Indiana.
After 2 minutes of ugly basketball, Caitlin finally broke the seal, dishing a laser to Kelsey Mitchell, who zoomed to the rim for the easy layup.
Break, and you can't let Kelsey Mitchell get going because she has been phenomenal in the last 7 games.
On the other end, Dorica Hamby went to work down low, flexing her post moves and getting the Sparks on the board.
She's pulling away a big lead in that category.
The game started as messy as your friend's 3-on-3 at the local gym. Sloppy passes, turnovers, just plain bad basketball. But then, Kelsey Mitchell decided it was time to stop playing around. She put her defender in the blender, hit a smooth jumper, and got the Fever rolling.
In her career.
Here's Mitchell putting on the moves, and Mitchell, this has been quite a heater for Kelsey Mitchell. The leading scorer in the Eastern Conference out of the...
Caitlin wasn't about to let that moment pass her by. She cooked that same defender again and pulled up for one of her trademark step-back threes.
Step back, hits a three.
There's always a different energy in the building.
Fast forward to the next play. Caitlin's in transition. She's slicing and dicing through the defense like she's in a video game. Changes pace, hits the lane, and
showing off the moves, Clark
smokes the layup. Even the best have their moments. Meanwhile, the Sparks weren't exactly sitting quietly. They kept answering back, and after 2 and 1 layups, they took the lead.
NBA as Odyssey Sims gets inside and finishes. They are prone to pull off the upset.
While the Fever racked up turnovers, like they were going out of style. Coach called a quick timeout, and out of the huddle, Caitlin was back in kill mode. Ignoring the screen like it didn't even matter, she barreled straight to the hoop and finished strong over Odyssey Sims.
The hesitation, Clark gets inside and lays it in.
17-12 for the Fever now, and Kelsey Mitchell kept the pressure on with a bucket of her own.
Mitchell, catch and shoot, whistle there too, hit a three. And let's check on where this foul is.
The Sparks hit a three to get right back in it though. And with the Fever making more sloppy mistakes, LA hit back-to-back triples to take the lead.
Burrell, who's just checked in, and Nurse dials up a three.
21-18. 30 seconds left in the quarter, and Caitlin wasn't about to let that slide. They cleared the floor, went ISO, and let Caitlin go to work.
On the baseline, knocking it down from the mid-range.
That's a beautiful mid-range.
In the second quarter, the Sparks came out with energy, blowing by Caitlin on a drive, leaving her behind like she missed the bus.
You can say that about the Indiana Fever.
But of course, Caitlin wasn't going to let that go unanswered. She drove straight into the heart of the defense.
Upset win here in May. Clark draws the foul.
Drew a foul, and calmly sank both free throws. Then, on the next play, she set up Dantas perfectly off the pick and roll for a wide open bucket.
Clark on the bounce, Dantas charging inside and finishing.
But here comes Kia Nurse, proving she's got the hot hand tonight. She drained a three, then came back with a filthy step-back midi that had the Fever fans biting their nails.
Nurse stepping back and rattles that one home. So Kia.
With a couple more Fever turnovers, the Sparks brought it all the way back to 31-30 midway through the second. And they didn't stop there. Burrell came in off the bench and dropped another triple. And all of a sudden, the Sparks were up.
Now LA's starting to make shots.
The Fever needed an answer, and fast. Kelsey Mitchell was ready for the challenge, pulling up for a three that splashed through the net like a stone in a pond. But the Sparks weren't done. They were on fire, hitting another from downtown.
And Stevens answers with a three.
It seemed like the Fever couldn't stop them. Caitlin got doubled near half court again, but somehow she rifled a bullet pass between two defenders, threading the needle to Aaliyah Boston for an easy 2.
Good feed into Boston with deep position.
Yet the Sparks still couldn't miss. Steven got left open at the top of the key twice and hit back-to-back threes that left the Fever looking helpless.
Ray again. Oh, doing her best.
6 threes in a quarter and a half. LA was cooking. The score sat at 42, 37, and Indiana was in trouble. But with 2 minutes left in the second quarter, the Fever started to get it together. They made smart cuts and took advantage of mismatches, clawing their way back to within 1. Then, with the clock winding down, Boston hit a buzzer-beating layup to bring the Fever into halftime.
That's impressive.
Oh, Clark, beautiful find to a cutting Boston.
The third quarter started off rocky. The Sparks came right back with their Caitlin double team, forcing another turnover.
Clark bouncing for Boston and gives it right back.
But Kelsey Mitchell wasn't having it, taking matters into her own hands.
On the drive, turns the corner and gets to the rim.
Hey, forget about it. She gets to that left hand.
Alyssa Smith followed suit, working hard down low to put the Fever back in the lead.
The Olympic break, Smith going one-on-one, attacking Hamby and winning the back.
But it was like they had a blind spot for Steven. Once again, she was left wide open, and once again, she made them pay.
Here's Stevens lining up a triple.
The Sparks' game plan was all about making Caitlin work for every inch. They blitzed her off every screen, forcing her to give up the ball.
There's that blitz. That's the way I want to start it. Kurt Miller has his team blitz, and it results in Aaliyah Boston getting away.
Then came the Caitlin Clark special. She hit a cold-blooded crossover into a step-back 3.
Clark crossing over and dropping a 3.
Nailing her 100th triple of the season, the fastest player in WNBA history to reach that mark. And she wasn't done. She immediately followed it up by picking the Sparks' pockets, flying down the court for an easy transition layup.
And Chase, she won't get there.
It's just a different energy in the building.
She was heating up now, and everyone knew it. Caitlin attacked again, taking it right to the rim for her third bucket in a row.
Drive, Clark hangs and banks it home.
So much better going downhill.
Single-handedly bringing the Fever to a 60-55 lead. The Sparks answered with a pull-up 3 from Nurse. But Caitlin wasn't about to be outdone. She drained a 3 of her own, like a mic drop to end the third quarter with a 4-point lead.
Trying to answer, you bet.
So good.
By the time the fourth quarter rolled around, Tyrese Halliburton was on the sidelines looking like a kid at Christmas, loving every second of the show. The Sparks bench kept them alive, with Burrell nailing another 3. But Caitlin kept reading the defense like a book, dishing the ball out to Boston for an easy bucket after every double team.
Boston spinning inside, right around McDonald.
Beautiful move.
And then Caitlin really started to cook. Sims couldn't handle her off the dribble, and Caitlin made her pay with a filthy crossover into another step-back 3. The crowd going wild.
It's a 3.
The Sparks were making mistakes left and right, and Caitlin punished them every time. This time, she pulled off a behind-the-back pass to Boston, who finished with a bucket so easy it might as well have been a layup drill. But Burrell wasn't done, hitting her third 3 of the night. Yet, it felt like everyone in the building came to show off their range, including Kelsey Mitchell, who knocked down a 3 of her own.
So that's a deep 2, but she connects. She's now 2 shy of 20.
As the clock ticked down, Hamby went on a personal run, dropping 8 points in a single minute, bringing the game back within 3.
Attacking Boston, spin move, floats it up, gets it to go, and a foul for De'Erica Hamby.
The Sparks were close, but Alyssa Smith shut the door on them with a massive block on Hamby that felt like a statement.
There by Boston, inside for Hamby, sent back. Alyssa Smith closes the door at the rim.
With just 3 minutes left, Caitlin was on the verge of another triple-double, needing 1 assist and 2 rebounds. Sims tried one last gasp, stealing the ball from Caitlin and finishing an and-one layup, bringing the game back to 3 points with 2 minutes to go. But the Fever stayed steady. Boston went to work in the paint, bullying her way to the basket for the clutch buckets that sealed the deal. And then, with 25 seconds left, the Sparks launched a desperation 3 that clanged off the rim. Caitlin snatched the rebound, completing her second career triple-double, and the crowd lost their minds.
It's up, it won't go, Clark pulls it down, and this building knows what that means.
Then the season ended and the arguing started. All winter, people talked about what she actually was. Year 2 opened at home against Chicago. She answered all of it in the first game she played.
3. And look out, Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese, and Angel Reese gets right up into Caitlin Clark.
A triple-double, broken records, and a skill gap that's starting to look more like a canyon. Caitlin Clark didn't just show up, she made a statement.
Here's Clark firing and hitting. 20 points.
And from the jump, Caitlin wasn't backing down. She welcomed the contact and got the whistle.
Here's Clark working through some contact. Clark diving in, gets the whistle.
And after calmly knocking down the free throws, it was Angel Reese on the other end, getting to work.
Play with so much pace. It's where Caitlin Clark excelled a season ago.
Angel Reese dives in and finishes through the contact.
But her trash-talking heroics, yeah, those were quickly shut down.
Wants more of that from her, catching around that 15-foot area.
Clark connects! The first logo bomb of the season from Caitlin Clark.
Then Angel launches a 3, but it's off. Caitlin answers with one of her own, and it's just short. Reese responds attacking the rim next, but gets stuffed.
Base barges in and gets denied by Boston.
Then Caitlin pushes the break, but her layup rolls off. So it's time to adjust, and Caitlin does so by sending some dimes.
Game's conditioning.
Maybe the broadcasters as well. Here's Howard, gets the whistle off a pretty dime from Clark.
But it was starting to become clear. Her Fever teammates weren't fully ready for those lasers yet.
Battling on the offensive glass, but Howard comes away with it. Here is Clark. Clark feeding Boston, who can't finish. Lexi Hull comes in, grabs the rebound. She said, well, I know you guys love it. Oh, what a pass from Clark. But
luckily, her defense was enough to shut down Reese's drives. But to create real separation, her teammates needed to start finishing the plays she was setting up. And luckily for her, Lexi Hull got that message.
To Hull, here's Clark in transition. Clark, oh, what a look. And Hull lays it in.
But with Reese starting to knock down threes,
Reese will fire the 3 and hit from downtown. Angel.
Caitlin knew she had to take it up another notch, and that's exactly what she did.
Hitting Boston. Boston fakes and lays it in. There's that two-player chemistry.
But Reese wasn't having it. She blatantly shoved Boston in the face, trying to break up the chemistry. Still, that didn't stop Caitlin from keeping the offense flowing.
Her passing and the way that makes her a threat from so many different places on the floor. Clark, little mid-range is good. Boston gives it back. Clark to Boston. Her jumper is good.
The chemistry between Caitlin and Boston was unmatched. It even felt like it gave Caitlin some wings.
Reese.
Reese is a very good passer.
Clark.
Some of those shots were a bit much this early on, and on the fast break, she was asking a little too much from her vets.
The fling ahead, Howard.
Still, it didn't take long before she gave the crowd exactly what they came to see.
Here's Clark, 4 seconds left. Clark fires. You bet! Clark drills the 3 to end the second.
The Fever entered the second half with a 13-point lead and plenty left in the tank, and they didn't waste any time putting it to use.
Fifth. Here's Clark spinning, bouncing, what a find, and Howard lays it in on a delectable dime from Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin was really putting her full playmaking arsenal on display.
Nurse short on a 3, Clark her 6th rebound. Here's Clark in transition. Nice find.
Another missed layup, but luckily, Aaliyah Boston was locked in.
Especially adjusted to a new team. Here's Boston. Fakes the jumper, rumbles inside, and drops it in.
While Angel was still battling to get the ball in the hoop.
Really well against the bigger Cardoso.
Reese spinning, couldn't pop it in. The O board, no. Another chance stripped away by Clark.
Caitlin was in full control, taking charge and stretching the lead.
Solid first game.
Clark looking to shake Vandersloot. Step back is good. Caitlin Clark.
It had been a fierce but fairly composed game until the third quarter. The Sky bricked a three, and Reese shoved Howard in the back, going for the rebound, but no whistle. So Caitlin tried to stop the break with a take foul, but Reese took that personal.
Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese, and Angel Reese gets right up into Caitlin Clark. Afterwards has something to say as Clark walks away.
After a review, the refs determined that Caitlin shoved Angel after the foul, resulting in a controversial flagrant. After the game, both players brushed it off, calling it just a common foul. But let's be real, that pot had been simmering for a while. But that little exchange clearly lit a fire. CC came out of the gate swinging.
From Hull, Clark couldn't handle it. 6 to shoot. Here's Boston, will fire a three, and hit. Clark gives it up, gets it back. Clark looking to take Williams, finds Boston inside for 2. Here is Clark pushing pace, racing up the floor. What a dime as Mitchell couldn't finish the lay.
She was up to 14, 7, and 7, and you could already feel it. Something special was brewing.
Just trying to impact winning the right way. I think over the last couple of years and having some experience losing made me want to win more, so just trying to impact winning.
And with her teammates running the floor in transition, it all started to come easier.
Closes in on a triple-double, 2 assists, 1 rebound away. Clark leading Mitchell for the lay, and the building is up for grabs. Clark gets it back from Boston. Now bounces to her. Boston drops it in.
That was her 10th assist, putting her just 1 rebound away from a triple-double in her Year 2 opener. A truly historic moment in the making. But before sealing the triple-double, she had more to show, from way beyond the arc.
Here's Clark firing and hitting. 20 points for Caitlin Clark.
And her vet, DeWanna Bonner, had history to make of her own, breaking a scoring record and becoming 3rd on the WNBA's all-time scoring list.
She has tied Tina Thompson for 3rd on the all-time scoring list. And DeWanna Bonner sits alone in 3rd place on the all-time WNBA scoring list.
And when Caitlin grabbed that final rebound, she sealed it.
Down. There it is! A triple-double for Caitlin Clark. The 3rd of her career, and she starts 2025 with a triple-double.
14 months went by before the next one. Portland had just joined the league, and they sold the building out. Almost 20,000 people came to watch their team begin. She turned their night into hers. The Portland Fire packed their arena for the biggest night in franchise history. Nearly 20,000 fans, a record sellout, all hoping Caitlin Clark would go down. So the expansion team came out swinging, and one of them crossed a line.
In the opening 6 minutes. Clark inside, knocked away by Williams. Indiana turns it over.
Caitlin looking for a foul right there, got smacked in the face.
Caitlin's answer was 26 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. A buzzer beater to steal a quarter, and a 4th career triple-double, plus a milestone nobody in WNBA history has ever reached faster. Portland wanted a takedown. Instead, Caitlin gave them the coldest shot of their young existence.
4.2 seconds. Clark draws a foul. Oh, she hit it!
But before all of that, she had a sold-out building to quiet. Caitlin opened the night in full Showtime mode, but the finishing lagged behind.
Coming off a 32-point performance. Clark on the drive, behind the back to Billings, who couldn't finish at the rim.
She kept the ball moving anyway, and the reward came quickly.
Boston with all sorts of space. Kick out Hull, who drops a 3.
Lexi Hall,
Her passing was clicking, so she went searching for her own jumper.
make her go left.
Clark launches off balance.
The jumper misfired, so she stopped asking permission.
Of course, Kelsey Mitchell is 3rd. She's made the 3rd most threes in the league.
Portland not afraid to apply this backcourt pressure, but the Fever want to play fast. And Clark banks it home, taking advantage of it.
And once she scored, she wanted the ball back immediately.
By Potch, here is Cunningham.
Portland refused to blink though, and they draped her on every catch.
Been an impressive story. Made her WNBA debut at age 35. Here is Clark stepping back.
And in that stretch, Poch smacked her face, and Caitlin got charged the turnover.
Minutes. Clark inside, knocked away by Williams. Indiana turns it over.
Nothing was called. The turnover went to Caitlin. She told the refs about it. They gave her nothing, so she answered herself.
Clark to a rolling Billings.
Assist counter was moving, and the rebounds came looking for her too.
Clark on the drive, gets inside and banks it in.
Portland's answer was more muscle, so she made the muscle pay.
Clark spinning, fires it up and gets the whistle.
She got 2 free ones, and she treats those like layups.
Damage all over the floor in Seattle on Tuesday.
But the Fire kept scrapping, and even her rebounds were not safe.
Clark had her pocket picked.
Dailio's strip put Portland ahead, and the clock left Caitlin one final answer.
1-on-1.
4.2 seconds. Clark draws a foul. Oh, she hit it! It's a 4-point play at the buzzer.
4.2 seconds left, 80 feet to cover, and Portland a point in front. By the time the horn sounded, they were 2 behind. They ran into her landing on the way down, and the whistle never came. A defender bumped her on the release, and it still did not matter. A stolen quarter stung the Fire, and Push went back to grabbing.
Well then, for those who watch college basketball, is Clark.
Portland had surged back in front, so every trip to the line counted.
Clark knocks down the pair. Indiana after going
Down 6 at one point, she leaned on her vision to climb back.
Clark bouncing. Mitchell lays it home.
That bounce pass earned itself a slow motion encore, and her tempo was contagious, because Boston started creating takeaways of her own.
And at 6'5", not many can handle in the open floor like this. And put it right in the pocket for Cunningham.
Poch still had not learned, and Caitlin was happy to teach again.
Back for Clark. Clark floats it up and draws the foul.
2 makes here would erase the whole deficit.
Spots in front of her, second in the league. 2 of those top 4 spots on the scoring charts, and Indiana remains perfect from the foul line.
All square now, and she wanted the lead stolen back on both ends.
With her left hand. See, with 2 fouls, they're just spreading it out and driving Caitlin.
Out in that regard here tonight. Clark from way downtown. She hits a 3.
That 3 flipped the game, and it flipped a switch in her too. One bucket was never going to satisfy her tonight. And she saved the coldest one for last. With Portland's defense in a panic, Aaliyah Boston was about to eat.
Now it's Boston, flipping it home.
Can't guard it 1-on-1, Pat.
Indiana had the lead back, and Caitlin started hunting passing lanes.
DeLeo extra pass. Angsler behind the back. It was ill-advised.
56-47 at the break, built by a player they had spent 2 quarters hitting. Quick one before the second half. If you have been riding with her all season, the Protect 22 merch is down in the description. That is all. Back to the game.
Angsler misses on a 3. Indiana's outscoring Portland 17-8 off the turnover here tonight. As Clark finds Mitchell, impossible angle, Mitchell lays it in.
9 up at the break with half a triple-double already banked. Out of the locker room, the Billings connection picked up where it left off.
There was a foul afterward. Billings into 2, carves out some space, and Mo Billings starting to cook here in the third.
Portland could not guard her clean, so Push went arm hunting again.
Really disruptive in the passing lanes here in the third. Clark on the drive and draws the foul.
All that hacking just kept gifting her the stripe. A 14-point cushion buys a superstar some logo range.
2.
So there's 3 players over 80.
Clark.
The logo bomb would not drop, so she went back to bullying the paint.
Who is a guard in a big body in a lot of ways. Clark just gets by Winterburn and will go right back to the line. Just a dash.
17 trips to the line were coming, and Portland had only themselves to blame. By now, the Fire needed 3 defenders just to slow 1 guard.
Side to side, much better in the second half.
Here's Clark, shot clock down to 9, feet inside, and Timpson lays it in.
KK with another great cut on the baseline.
And when the traps kept failing, the fouls moved out to the arc.
Clark draws another foul.
Portland wanted that whistle back, so the refs went to the monitor. The slow motion only made the contact look worse. She had 3 shots to make the desperation sting. The doubles kept coming earlier, and she kept slicing them apart.
With a smaller player on DeLeo.
Boston with all sorts of space to roam, and she just fires it home.
And well, the broadcast finally put her night into historic context. 1,500 points and 500 assists, faster than anyone in league history. Not everything went her way, even on a night like this.
Here is Clark, and they will call that offensive.
She shrugged it off and went right back to feeding Kelsey Mitchell.
Mitchell steps back and knocks it down. Her 13th straight game with 20 or...
Mitchell was matching her point for point, so Caitlin rejoined the party.
Indiana.
Well, we're in clutch time, and Portland's one of the best clutch teams in the league.
Caitlin Clark, maybe the league's best clutch player for 2.
With the game in hand, she chased one more logo highlight.
Clark has 24, 8, and 9.
And the triple-double still needed one final signature.
Get her 10th assist. Clark, here's rolling. It's Timpson. It's 10 assists. A triple-double for Caitlin Clark.
That dime closed the books, and the broadcast made it official. By the final horn, the crowd that came to bury her wanted signatures. Indiana rolled, 112-98, a 5th straight win. 26 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, a 4th career triple-double. She went 14 of 17 from the line, because Portland never stopped fouling. Nobody has ever reached 1,500 points and 500 assists faster. Nearly 20,000 came for a takedown and left with a memory. Hit subscribe, because she is just getting started.